Now on BBC One, The Evil of the Daleks. Welcome, Doctor Who fans, to a review of Doctor Who Magazine, issue 609, which includes this free copy of The Evil of the Daleks, paperback version, Target, which is wonderful. I mean, I've got the hardback version of this, of course, also written by Fraser Hines. You recall they didn't do it in the original run of Target books, they did it with, I think, with the Virgin books. And of course, hold on a minute. Silencio! Silencio, my friends, I must speak here. You cannot interrupt my Doctor Who ramblings, thank you. Now then, as I was saying, they did a release in the, now when was it again? Must be in the late 90s or, yeah, I think it was. And then it was with Virgin though, and I think John Peel was the writer on both of those books, Power of the Daleks and Evil of the Daleks, because they hadn't been released as part of the original Target run. Wonderful though, I love this book. I haven't actually read the hardback version, to be honest, Fraser Hines version, but I've obviously seen the original serial when it was first broadcast, and also had the pleasure of seeing it in Australia when it was broadcast there as well. Lucky me, of course, living there in the 1970s early, i.e. emigrating in the very early 1970s. Anyway, that's another story. But here we are, Doctor Who Magazine 609 comes with this outer sleeve, but the copy has Paul McGann and what looks like a Tom Baker console to me, or at least a Peter Davison first season console at least. But yeah, November 2024. Nice cover, of course, without all the graphics, of course, and it's almost like a subscriber issue, isn't it? Really, like I'm not a subscriber, but yeah. So what do we have? Oh yeah, we have Paul McGann in the console room with, I think, India Fisher. We also have Black Orchid as well. Picture there. Russell T Davies talking about the war between the land and the sea, Joy to the World, which is the Christmas special. Stephen Moffat coming Christmas. We look forward to that. Okay. Of course, yeah, Paul McGann did those stage shows, didn't he, recently? So that's what that relates to. Again, we're talking about the Daleks infiltrating Doctor Who Monthly, which of course relates to that paperback, so you can read that at your leisure. Again, the comment about Into the Vortex, which we recently released, reviewed, I should say, earlier, didn't we? Last time. The Fugitive Doctor is back. Features in Big Finish. Most Wanted. Wait a minute. Most Wanted? You stealing? It's Most Wanted. Look, you know where that comes from. If you've seen the Fugitive TV show, they released a box set of more accurate music cues of the Fugitive. David Jansen, of course, was the Fugitive in the original series, and it was called Most Wanted. I wonder if they stole that title, plagiarized that title from the Most Wanted special DVD edition, which was released in the USA, of Richard Kimball, aka the Fugitive, a man on the run. Yes, that was a great show, though. I loved it. Right. Dalek Master Plan. What's this? A comic strip version of the Dalek Master Plan. Sounds interesting, yeah. I'd like to see that. Again, we have Legends in a Lifetime. So, of course, Paul McGann with the stage show, and there was a discussion there about that, article about that. They had a 1960s Dalek there. Look at things. I know TARDIS, which looks a bit like his movie TARDIS, but I don't think it's quite like the same. Again, the war between the land and the sea. Reviews of that. Well, I'll say reviews and introductions. Talking about the evolution of the Sea Devils, of course, which were in the 1970s, and of course the comedy gold Somersault of Stuart Fell, of course, remember that, and of course the Warriors of the Deep, etc., which is in the 80s, where they both came back in the Silurians and the Sea Devils, of course. Who and Me. Now this Crystal D, I really like watching her YouTube presentations, so that'll be an interesting read. Yeah, I really like her. Moving with Monsters. Silencio. Tardi dice como console. Silencio when I talk. Again, the Proms. Vintage Ambulator. Now this Ambulator, isn't it in the Bromyard Museum? Andy's at Bromyard. I'm sure it is. I've seen it. Remembrance of the Daleks. Again, from the soon to be released season 25 box set with Sylvester McCoy. Can't wait for that. more so than a new series, I have to say. Just me. I like new series, but one has one's preferences. Again, speaking of season 25, there's some, I think we're showing at the BFI, wasn't it? BFI and Five Bank. Some stories, Happiness Patrol in particular. Time Space Visual, like Christmas Carol. It's at the theatre. Tom Baker, Peter Purves, and Colin Baker. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Christmas Carol. I wonder who's playing Ebenezer. Again, did I say Tyler's the TARDIS? Did I say it travels in time? Is Susan coming back? I have to say, there's been a lot of talk about her online on the Radio Times. I'd like to see Susan back. There's not mentioned it here, I don't think. Well, that's why Russell T mentions it. I haven't read that yet. Just let me open this. Destiny of the Daleks on the CD. Yeah, I've got that. But I'd like to see Susan back, wouldn't you? She's a linchpin from the 1960s. In fact, there's Susan's War, Family Ties. Finish. Not quite the same as having her on the program though. Again, we have the Crusade on vinyl. Again, that's good. Nice, that one there. Nice to see those missing stories, or partially missing stories on vinyl. I think 2 episodes exist of that, of course. Polishing the Silver. Simons of Time is redone. I didn't realise that. That was the first Big Finish I bought a long time ago. They're redoing that, I think. Alex Campbell. Cyber Moments. Third Doctor meets them on Third Doctor. That's never the case. Usually just met them on this miniscope. Anyway. Philip Hinchcliffe speaks in the next episode, the next magazine. Philip Hinchcliffe, that's like Tom Baker's producer, plus Russell T, Stephen Moffat, Chris Chibnall, Philip Segal, and much more. So there we are, Doctor Who fans, the stuff of legend. Get yourself a copy. It's $10.99, a little bit more, but I think you're paying a little bit extra for the paperback, which is worth it. It's literally as good as the original paperbacks. Notice how it's not the old white cover with the gold logo. It's this sort of original look to the Target, which I think is a nice idea. And of course, is there any pictures like there was in the original releases in the 1970s? No, but it doesn't matter. The story itself, wonderful. If you've seen the original like I have, you would like to revisit this in whatever form you can, because some of those scenes are in your memory, which now I might. Anyway, have a good week, Doctor Who fans. Take care, and as always, peace and happiness to you all. And thank you.